Good morning, everybody. So this is my first video. I'm gonna start documenting my drives to and or from work. I don't have a microphone right now. I don't have anything, so this is just a raw video. I spend most of my time in the car, so why not? I want to talk about being in your 30s. I'm in my 30s right now, and I'm not where I want to be in life, but I'm working on it. And I think you always want to work on it, because when you're 30 years old or over 30 or 25, whatever age you are, you get into this place where you're not sure what to do in your life. And I feel like when I was 18, I said, this is how my life is going to be like. And it definitely was not like that. You start getting a job, you're creative, but you start getting a job and you start sort of worrying about the world and bills, and then you get more responsibility, and then your hopes and dreams kind of get lost. And I feel like that's exactly what happened to me. But I always remained creative. I never stopped being creative, but I've had lows where I stopped. I love to play music. I love film. I love photography. I have a few different passions. I love comedy. And you just kind of put your dreams on the side. But I have this big fear that I will be, 50 and 60 and 70 and 80, and I don't go for it. And that's the worst thing ever in my mind. I see my parents, I see my family, and they're happy, but they never really did what they love to do. And I think I'm from California, I'm from Los Angeles, and I think it's just a foreign concept to do something that scares you. And it's a foreign concept to just kind of live your life in the way that you want to. There's an accident, so I have to pull over, but I'm safe. I have my phone mounted, so I'm good. And that's another thing. In LA, there's so much traffic every day. I for real spend all my time in my car. I get in my car, go to work, and then I'm back in my car again. Oh, there's a bad accident, but I hope they're okay. I always do this when I see an accident. But I just think life is, as I get older, I'm just like, damn, life is, like, people say it's short, and I get it, but it really is short. Oh man, this car got messed up. Wow, I hope they're okay. Jeez. Oh my God, I'm about to get hit while Jesus. Oh my gosh, this is a 3-car wreck. Oh my God, I hope they're all right. That's the worst thing, when you're just rushing, or you're drinking your coffee, you're having a great day, and then something like that happens. That just shows you. So, as I was saying, people say life is short, but it really is, because one day you're 15 and you're like, I can't wait to be an adult. And then you're 18 and you're like, damn, I'm an adult actually. Okay, now things are starting to cook. I'm starting to, do things. You get a job, you get some money, you start actually like learning how to save. You get a lot of different people coming at you, teaching you things, and then you implement like what your parents and what your family taught you, and then you start having your own mindset, and then you start like only feeding yourself what you want to hear and what you want to say, and you start reading books, and you start really getting into being an adult. Then you turn 21 and you're like, wow, okay, so I'm seriously an adult now. And then the bills start piling on, and you have that moment where you're like, do I survive, or do I just be a starving artist, or do I do I just give in to society? And you may get a good job. That's what happened to me. I've had a few great jobs, but then I'm like, at the end of the day, they're not great jobs, because if you can't do what you love and have the time to do what you love, and you're just working, is it a really good job? And so the answer is no. And, I've traveled and I've seen things that a lot of people in my family weren't able to see. And these jobs afforded me that privilege to do that. But I also kept putting my dreams on the side. And a lot of my jobs have been 9 to 5, and the typical 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, weekends off job. And that type of life, a lot of people thrive for that type of life. Some people work nights, some people work weekends, some people work evening shift, the mid shift. And it's like, I prayed so much for the 9 to 5 life. And then when you get there, you're just like, okay, you're just clocking in, you do your work. You talk to Sharon. Hey, Sharon, how's it going? You ask about their kids. Hey, how's Billy? And then you build this like robotic rapport with people where it's like, it's like the same thing every day. And it's not like you're being fake. It's just you care about your kid. Hey, how's Billy or whatever. But you build this like robotic type of life. And then you get off work, and then you're like, okay, I got to go wash. I got to go cook. And I'm not even a parent. Like, there's people who are parents who have more of a like robotic type of routine, and it's not really a negative thing. I'm not trying to say that, but it's to the point where it's like the same routine. You go to Starbucks in the morning before work, you go to Coffee Bean, you do the same routines, and then on the weekend, that's when you have fun. It's like, you start to realize, like, I don't want to just have fun 2 days a week. And then really, my coworker, Markeisha, shout out to Markeisha. If you're watching this, you're awesome. My old coworker, Markeisha, messed up my weekends for me, because the day before you're supposed to go back to work, she messed it up because she said, if you end your job at 3 p.m., the 3 p.m. the day before you're supposed to be off is when you're pretty much, your day off is over. And I was like, damn. So now every day on Sunday, I'm like, I usually start like I usually end like maybe 4:30. So at 4:30, I'm like, damn, like this is the time I'd be getting off on Monday, and I gotta get back in the mindset. You know what I mean? So you don't really enjoy your weekends. And when I was in my 20s and I was not 15, like 19, I would go party, and I wouldn't care about being productive, and you know what I mean? But you have more responsibilities as you get older. You have to be a high functioning, worker, and you have to do your job right. You have to get your rest and all these things. So, it's just so different now in my mind. And in the back of that, I still have these passions. I absolutely love comedy. I love doing characters. I was doing my podcast, and I still will continue to do my podcast. But it's like life just tries to suck you back in, and I think right now in my life, I'm just at a point where I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna be posting stuff. I don't care how crazy I look, how cringe I look, how awful I look. I'm just gonna post, because life is too short. I've seen people pass away in my life. I've had money. I've been broke. I've had good jobs. I've had crappy jobs. And at the end of the day, it's like, if it's not your company, if you didn't get like an astrophysicist degree for it, if you're not getting paid an immaculate amount of money, it's just a job at the end of the day. And it takes so much of your time that, you got to make a choice. And I think if you're younger than me, if you're 20 or 25 or, whatever, 30 or whatever, I think you should really look in the mirror and say, I don't care if I want to be a doctor and it takes 15 years to go to school, because in 15 years, if you don't go to school and you just work a regular job, or, just become a nurse or something, you want to be a doctor, guess what? That 15 years is just going to pass you by either way. And it really wouldn't matter if you would have grinded and gone to school. So it's like we convince ourselves like, oh, you know, this may take a lot of time, or even with YouTube or Instagram or, you know, doing TikTok, oh, it's going to take too much time. But then I follow people where I've seen, like, let's say a weight loss channel or a comedian or whatever. I've seen people start from the bottom and they had like a little bit of followers. And then through time, you're watching them and you're not doing anything within that time, but then you see them blow up. So it's like, if you just stay stagnant and do nothing, the time's going to keep passing. And that's the unfortunate truth that I've learned throughout my life so far. I don't know everything because I'm still growing up. You know, I'm still in my 30s. But, you know, as of right now, today, 2024, I'm like, damn, I already see my life passing me by from, you know, opportunities that I could have had when I was younger. So this is just my video. This is not really funny. This is not comedy, but, you know, I just want to share my experience because, you know, I'm inspired because I see a lot of other people sharing their experiences. And yeah, I'm just me. I'm going to keep doing videos and keep showing the world that my voice matters and my voice is here to stay because I'm going to take that chance on me. But anyways, I don't know. How do they say like, subscribe, and do all these things? This is Shea and have a great day.